Today I'm going to be reacting to some of BTS's most iconic looks. Okay, so here we have the Billboard Music Awards from 2021. I'm really scared of the fans. This is purely aesthetic, but I don't like it. So there's a very specific reason why I don't like it. I do really love that whoever their stylists, plural, probably are, that they always try and put them in looks that kind of flow together, and I like that, but they still have their own personalities within it. However, this for me doesn't flow. The styles, the shapes all feel a bit disjointed, and some of them look to be this kind of like grey sheen, and then some of them look like kind of Vegas tuxedos, which I'm not against, but yeah, I just don't like this one. Army, please don't come for me. So here we have the Grammys. I like aspects of it. I think it's really hard to be a stylist for men because there's only so far that you can go with suiting. And I see here that there's attempts are being made to reinvigorate suiting for a red carpet, but I don't like the shoes. I know like sneakers with suits is like a real thing and I do it. I don't like it. It's personal opinion. However, there are some really lovely details within this. Now, forgive me because I don't know their names, but I love this kind of large, it's like a kind of floral tartan brooch. I love that. I think that's such a gorgeous detail. I love this camel suit in the end. The cut is phenomenal. However, I don't think it flows as like an ensemble. So okay, it's getting better. There's aspects I really, really like. Okay, now this look is from the same Grammys, but it's from BTS's performance, not from the red carpet. So let's get into it. Okay, so immediately, so much better. Really like this. Now, because it's me, I'm obviously gonna be fussy. Some of the colors I don't really like. I know that the 60s and 70s is a really big thing right now in terms of like color clashing. It's not really for me. However, individually, the suits are beautiful. I just don't like the colors paired together. But like this kind of orange jacquard is mwah, chef's kiss, big fan. A heeled boot, a heeled shoe. A shoe boot? A shoot that the men are wearing? Big fans. There's no details of who they are wearing in this. I mean, I'm assuming that these suits are all custom, but the cut is beautiful. They look confident and comfortable, and yeah, big fan. Okay, so all the way back to February 2021, we have BTS's new Disney collaboration. So I think it's really interesting kind of the globalization of the South Korean market, and with shows like Squid Game, kind of Korean culture and bands are so much more accessible maybe than they would have been before. It was maybe more on the fringes. And so what I find really interesting about these looks here is that they feel very Americana. Like there's a lot of denim, whereas I don't really see the guys from what I know in a lot of denim. We've got like Daffy Duck, we've got cartoons, there's workwear, Gucci and Converse, and you know, kind of more relatable American iconic streetwear kind of vibes. There's like a little varsity jacket in here, and so that maybe is to make it more palatable to Western audiences. Okay, so for our next look we're going right back to November 2020. So this is their performance of their track Dynamite, which was like a huge hit. Everybody was all over it. And I love this look. I'm such a big fan. It's camp in the best way possible. I mean, pop is camp, it just is. It's like the Powerpuff Girls on acid, and I love it. It feels very candelabra, very camp, very 70s, like a bit of Vegas kind of showmanship, but it's made to feel a bit more contemporary because 3 of the boys have sneakers on. Yeah, I think it's really lovely. I mean, they're all absolutely stunning. These looks, the kind of mix of the satins and the jacquards are just really fun, and I think it's a perfect example of like good pop styling. So this next look is still, again, in 2020. The look is from when they went on Jimmy Fallon, but it took me a minute to realize that the man in the middle was Jimmy Fallon and not a member of BTS. He's really getting into the boy band scenario here. I mean, yeah, Jimmy looks great, but the boys are all wearing Rick Owens, iconic Parisian designer. You've got the like iconic boot, the oversized shapes. It feels more like Japanese, Korean street style. Like they have the best street style game in the world. This feels very natural for them, even though it's such a big departure from maybe a more of a polished look. I think it lends itself to each of them being able to dress in the colors maybe that they want, whilst feeling a bit like put together as a boy band. I really, really like it. It's lovely. Okay, and now we're getting into the boys' session for MTV Unplugged and their rendition of Life Goes On. Okay, so this is not my style at all, but I really love this. I love this so much, and I will tell you why I love it so much. Every single one of them is dressed in a way that feels quite unique to them, through the cuts, through the colors. They're all wearing Ralph Lauren. We've got a lot of like tweed and heritage and, you know, very like varsity and old money kind of vibes, all of which I am none. But the styling feels really good. I mean, they're also appealing to their American audience here, but they look super clean, really put together. And even though it's not my style, I think it's a really good example of dressing them in the one designer and it feeling really cohesive and it feeling like they're a put together boy band. But yeah, I think they did a great job, and surprisingly, I really love this.